Up everybody, it's your boy K back at it with another video for recruiting. Okay, so I just wrapped up the setting up your recruiting board, which should be the longest part of my tutorial process in recruiting. Okay, as you saw last video, if you watched last video, there wasn't too many people that we had fully scouted, but we made sure to get scholarships to everybody, and so that is important. Only person we didn't is the punter there. Really, I think that's it. Need scholarship. Yeah, the punter and this quarterback, which, we'll throw him some points just to make sure we're on his list. But we are about to advance, so we're going to see who's really in. Who can we go after? All right, sweet. So we already got a couple of people moving up. All right, let's go into recruiting. Now this is where it begins. So we're not on the map at all for our 5 stars, but we're not locked out yet, so that's a positive. We are going to throw everything. We're sending the house towards our 5 stars. Doesn't matter how many points you have, how many hours, who's not getting hours, doesn't matter. If they're a 5 star, we want them, we're going after them full strength. Now after that, we really need to pay attention to what our team really needs right now, okay? So at center, we definitely need one of those centers. We definitely need a guard. Well, we're already going after that 5-star guard, but we're gonna go after that backup guard too, because we need a guard that can start for us. And I think we're ranked first, so we'll act accordingly towards him. But that's really it. That's all we need for the offensive side. And then the D tackles we definitely need. We need the outside linebackers. So the D line, the outside line, or middle linebackers too, I guess. D line and linebackers. Those are the important things for us besides that center. So here at the center spot, we're first already with both of them. Both of them we're the only people giving them scholarships. So we're going to act accordingly to that. If we're the only people giving them scholarships, we do not need to be selling out to get them. We're just going to throw a little bit towards them. That way we can begin the process of locking out other teams. The first most important part is getting into the top 8. Okay, so you can cut off every other team in the nation. If they're still in the top 10, every other team in the nation can still try and get on the map for them. You don't want that. You want to cut it off so you're only competing with those top 8 teams. So just make sure if they're a position that you really need, even if no one else is going after them, give them a little bit of points each week so that you can guarantee that no other teams will come in and steal. This guy, we're competing with 3 other schools for him, and we definitely need a guard. So we're going to throw him, since we're in first place already, we're going to throw him just a little bit, and then see how we size up to those other schools next week. If they're throwing the kitchen fence at them, then we'll start doing that. But if they're not throwing too much towards them, then we'll kind of just linger around until we start getting to that top 5, top 3 stage. Now to the D line. These guys with the green diamonds, we definitely want. So I'm throwing everything at them. I'm selling out for them because especially this dude, I want them next year. We need them next year. As far as D tackle goes, this guy we're not even on the map for, it looks like. And these other 2 dudes were the only ones giving them a scholarship. So I think we really don't even need to go after Westbrook. We don't want to jump in and throw all these points towards, a guy who's getting scouted by 5 other teams and we're not even in the top 10 yet, when these guys are pretty much already in the bag if we threw the points towards them. So we're going to take Westbrook off our recruiting board. We're going to throw 10 towards both of these D tackles just to start cutting off other teams and getting into that top 8 stage. But we're really still banking on this Waiters dude coming here. You know, we want to sell out for him, and if we don't get him, then you know we'll settle for Fusco and Shelley. They're both green diamonds, so they should be solid. Now to the linebacker spot. So this guy has 5 other offers, and we're not even in his top 10. And it looks like Bama is getting closer towards cutting out everyone who's not in the top 8. So with this dude, we really have to make a decision. Is this someone we want to fully commit towards going after? Let's go and look at middle linebacker first. So we're the only one giving this guy a scholarship. We're only competing against Michigan for this guy. And there's only 2 schools going after this guy too. So all 3 of these are very much within reach of getting. This guy for sure we should get. These 2, we can outcompete. I mean, this guy competing against Michigan may be a little tough, especially since Michigan already has him as a tier 4. That's probably why no one else is going after him, to be honest. They probably think that he's already going to commit to Michigan. But who knows? You know, like I said, always keep in mind, Michigan could have 3 linebackers on their recruiting board, and Ajala right there could be at the bottom of the list, and they're only giving him 10 points while they're giving 50 to the other guys. So never already assume you've lost a battle. So with all that being said, I don't think McKinnon is someone we need to sell out on competing for. And then this Stumpf guy, we're not in his top 10 at all. He's a 3-star. I don't think he's someone worth trying to compete and throwing a bunch of points towards to get into his top 10. So we're not gonna take this dude, the Stump dude, right off the map immediately. We'll throw him 10 points, see if we break into that top 10. If not, whatever, we wasted 10 points. With this McKinnon dude, I think we should go ahead and just take him off. He's not someone we want to compete for. And since we're doing that, we need to make sure that we're really selling out on our middle linebackers to compete. Now, a full sellout would be 50, right? But we don't need to really throw 50 if we're competing with one school. We're going to be setting the ledger on how quick they're going to be cutting off other schools. So we'll just throw a little bit just to stay in the race, and we'll see how the other schools are sizing up with us down the stretch with these guys. Now my corners. So this guy has 4 schools going after him. He's a Florida kid, and it looks like Miami, all the Florida schools really, are giving him scholarships. That's going to be a tough one. He's a slot. Scouting wise, I mean, he was alright. I don't really know if I want to fully compete with him like that. This guy is another one. We're going after some tough schools, but we need to get a solid corner. And this guy was one of the top ranked people. He's 4th in his position, 35th nationally. So we're going to sell out for this guy. We're going to throw everything at him. Hopefully we can compete with a school like Ohio State or Michigan. This guy, he only has 1 scholarship, so it shouldn't be tough to get within his top 5. We'll throw just a 25-pointer towards him to get on the map. And then this guy, I'm not really thinking we need to enter the fight for him, but I don't want to completely close him out yet. So we'll throw him 10 and see if we can crack into that top 8 before they close it off. If we can, then great. We'll try and start competing for him, but I don't really see the need to throw everything at him. So those are our priority positions. I mean, we went to corners too, which I always find a priority. Other than that, we're the only one giving this running back some attention, so that's fantastic. We'll throw him 10 points, try to start closing off some people. We're competing with Wisconsin with him. We'll throw him some 10. The wide receiver spot, it looks like, oof, we're competing with a lot of people for him. He's one of the better ones. Oh, we don't know. I think Wicks is probably going to be the better out of all of them. Is anybody going after this guy? This guy has no scholarship, so we're not going to throw him anything. We already gave him a scholarship. If we get cut off while being the only school giving him a scholarship, then something's broken. So we're going to leave him. I think we sell out for this Wicks guy. And then for Massey, I'm going to throw like a 25 towards him. Just for now. We'll see how many points we have towards the end. Our tight ends here, only one giving this dude a scholarship. So that's fine. We'll throw him 10, start cutting off schools. This guy will compete with Iowa State. We'll throw him a 10er. And then the line. So we already got our centers, got our guard. I think at the tackle spot, one of these tackles was kind of garbage. So he was the good one. This dude's at 81 strength. So we're going to commit to selling out on this Schluter guy. I'm going to throw 50 towards him. And then we'll throw 25er towards him. And just see how we're growing compared to everyone else there. So just like that, we've pretty much covered all of it. These guys, yeah, they were good. So we're going to give them some points just to, feed into them a little bit along the way. But we're not necessarily trying to get the first spot with them immediately. And just like that, I mean, we're pretty much done with the first wave of scouting. We'll throw some points towards him. We're already ranked second with him, so we'll just throw like a 10er. And this guy, no one's giving him any time of day, and we haven't even given him a scholarship. I haven't scouted him at all. We're just going to throw him like 5 points just to start climbing the ranks slowly compared to the other schools that aren't giving him any attention. And we have 15 hours left. So with those 15 hours, we're just going to prioritize nationally ranked. This guy is ranked a little bit more than most, so we'll throw him another 5. This guy was my linebacker. We'll throw him another 5. And then the wide receiver, Massey, we'll throw him another 5 too. So there you go. We've thrown our points towards people. We'll see where the cards fall for next week. See how we're sizing up against the competition. Okay, so we're gaining the ranks with a lot of schools, or a lot of players, it looks like. Now, like I said before, I'm just going to simulate the games in this season, and I'm just going to continue with the recruiting process. So we're kind of falling with this Funchess dude. It looks like the other schools are going, the other schools are going after him a little heavier. This dude, we're already first just because we gave him a freaking social media. So we're going to take that away. We're probably still going to be in first with him, just with us showing him interest. And that gives us more points to throw towards this guy, but there's nothing available if you're giving him 15 points. There's nothing available for 20. So we're going to have to find somewhere where we can take 5 points away from somebody. Preferably someone who's already cut off into their top 8. So we're growing with that guy. We're throwing the kitchen sink at this dude, so we're first. We want to keep that up. Tight end, we're doing well. Looks like Iowa State is giving him more attention than us. We'll throw him a little 5 just to stay competing. We don't want to let Iowa State get too far ahead of us. This dude, we're still the only people giving him attention. We'll keep it at 10 though. That's looking good. That's looking decent enough for now. So they're starting to give days. It's not bad. We'll leave that as it is. We're throwing him 50. We're doing all we can to try and get him. And we went from him not having any interest in us to being now ranked 4th. So we're on the map. That's good. That's really good. I'm feeling a lot more confident about it. Iowa being up there with the tier 3 pipeline, that's kind of rough. We're gonna try and keep competing with them. Hopefully we can catch up with them, but yeah, we'll see how it plays out. These guys, we're still the only ones giving them attention. We'll keep it at 10 because they're still not cut off yet. See, this dude, we climbed the ranks to second. Good. We're first with this guy. Good. And then these guys were just staying relevant for the cutoffs. So that's fine. Climbed the ranks to fifth with this guy. Now we're still pretty far behind Alabama and Ohio State. So it's still looking rough. But we're going to stay in the fight for now. These dudes are going to keep trying to cut off because if we don't get waiters, then we need to make sure we have these guys. We're on the map with this guy now, so that's cool. We're still pretty far behind a lot of the top tier schools though, and he's about to cut off the top 8, so our next stage will be getting into that top 5, which is very doable. We're right now behind Oklahoma, just barely. So we're going to stay in it with him. This guy we're still not on the map with, and they're about to cut him off. But we kind of planned for that. If we don't get him, that's fine. We'll look for people later. As long as we get these linebackers here, which that's looking good. That's looking so good that we could probably we'll take away this 5 here, and we'll probably still end up being in first place. We'll throw that 5 a little bit more towards this dude with Michigan, because Michigan looks like they are selling out a little bit, and then we'll just keep the 10 for this guy to try and cut off some people. That's looking beautiful. We're in first place now with our corner. We're still not on the map for this guy yet, but we'll give it another week. And then same for this guy. We're still not on the map, and they're about to cut him off. So yeah, at least we're still in first with this guy. I like that. I really want to get involved with this guy, and there's still a strong possibility that we will. If we lose this guy, I'm not really going to be too upset about it. So we'll leave that at 10. Actually, you know what? We wanted to get points to go towards the quarterback. I think we're doing fine with the quarterback, though. We're still in the top 4. So once they start cutting down and we get to like the top 5, then I'll be a little bit more concerned about it. But I think we're fine for now. Alright, so that's week 1. There's not really any spots that we need to fill in on our recruiting board that we're not able to get right now. We got our tackles, got our guards. Everyone still is, planned for. Yeah, we're doing fine. Maybe at the linebacker spot a little bit later, we can start looking towards another one. If it looks like we're really not going to be getting Millie, we'll go back to the prospect list and get another outside linebacker. But as of now, we're fine. So let's go ahead and advance another week, see how we're sizing up for week 2. Okay, so we are closed out from our punter? What? Somebody was throwing points towards the punter. Things like this matter, being a championship contender and program tradition. So let's make sure as you win, those things will go up, even though we just lost. Wow. Let's go to recruiting. Alright, so we're 3rd now. Looks like Iowa dropped down a little bit. So that's looking good. We'll just stick with the 15 points. That's looking good. Now Wisconsin. Well, I don't think Wisconsin gave them a scholarship week 1, so we got to keep an eye on that. Wisconsin's trying to steal our guy. A wide receiver, Wicks is looking great. We're 3rd for Massey, so that's good. This guy is still, we're not even on the map with, but we'll see what happens with that. Tight end is still looking good. We're competing with Iowa State. We're just behind them, so not much changes needed there. Yes, we're number 1 with this tackle now. That's beautiful. This guy's already in his top 5. That's kind of nuts. This is early to be in the top 5. Do we need 2 tackles for sure? We need one at left tackle, and we didn't need anyone for right tackle. A couple of them are pretty young, so we really only need 1 tackle. With that being said, those 25 points were given towards Steed could be going elsewhere, and we really don't need him. And this is the 81 strength guy too. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take him off the chart. We don't need him enough to be competing as much. Looking good for the 5-star. We're ranked 3rd now. Looking good for him. Center spot's good. For this guy, we finally cut off everyone, so that's beautiful. We'll go ahead and slim his down now to 5, just to keep, trying to cut off some of these schools, but I don't think a lot of those top 8 schools are actually going to be going after him later on. So that's good. We're competing with Oregon for this guy, and it's not looking too pretty. Okay, first and foremost, I should have done this in the beginning. We need to look at who we're giving 50 points towards and see if we've unlocked any of their priorities over here. So for like this guy, he has 2 of them unlocked: athletic facilities and brand exposure. But the hard sell still is locked for him, so maybe not. This guy though, here we go. We're gonna take off Send the House. And we're gonna go down here to hard sell. And you want to make sure to keep an eye on this and get it as early as possible. That way it gives you a better advantage. But here we go. You have A's in every category. We're going to do that and then give them another tenner on top of it. So that should help out that case a little bit more. This dude, he has 2 of them unlocked, but it's still locked for the hard sell. I think that dude might be the only dude we could do. Yeah. Everyone else it's still locked for. This dude, we can go ahead and take him off. We've been locked out from him. Yeah. Alright. See, look, this guy, we're finally number 1 on his list, and we haven't given him even a scholarship, so we'll throw him a little fiver just to start locking out other schools, but we don't need to give him a scholarship. If you don't give a player a scholarship, whenever you go to the first stage of encouraged transfers, you can still cut them even if you don't like them. So next up, we got 20, or where were we at? Let's go to D end here. So we already got his recruiting a little bit better. That's looking good. This guy's in his top 5 already, and we're going down. Oregon's pulling away with him. Oregon's trying to steal our guys, ain't they? Yeah, both of these guys we're kind of slipping away and losing. So they're going pretty fast. This guy's going faster than this guy. So we're going to throw this dude a 25. See if we can stay in the fight with him a bit longer. I want to try and at least get above Cal, so we're in the top 2. Whenever he slims down to the top 3 margin, we'll probably try and sell out if Oregon hasn't caught too big of a lead. The D tackle spot's looking good. We're still climbing the ranks. We're looking good for the other spots. This dude cut off other people, so that's beautiful. I mean, he's only a 5-star, so we're going to take away that, give him a 5er. We'll give that 5er to this dude. Try and hurry up and get him to cutting off people. Here, a linebacker. We're climbing the ranks with this dude. Good. We're still not even in contention with this dude, but we'll still leave it. The linebacker spots are looking beautiful. We're getting ready to lock out on this dude, and these 2 we are locked out already. We're finally passing Michigan with this dude, so good. Corner is looking good. We climbed the ranks, beautiful. I was hoping that I knew we'd get in with this dude, but and then this dude we're still not involved, and they're about to cut him off. So now you really have to make a decision. Do you want to step in with him? Probably not. We'll give it another week just to see if we kind of slip in with that 10. But only prospect we need to add is the punter. We do need to have a punter for next year. Don't forget to recruit for your special teams, okay? Otherwise they'll give you like some 50 overall. It's going to be complete garbage. So we'll go to this guy, at least put him on the map. Alright, so not bad. Our top fives. I need to give this dude more points. So let's go back to this, and we're going to sort by recruiting stage, and we'll just see who's at the bottom of the recruiting stage. So this guy, for example, we gave him 25 just so we could get on the map with him, but now we're the only two schools recruiting him. So we'll take that away, we'll give him a tenner. It gives us 15. And so with that 15 points, we'll go back to this Duarte dude. Let's see, 15 plus 35 equals 50, right? So we're just going to take all this away, and we'll send the house. See if we can compete with Oregon for him. Alrighty, that's it for this week. One more thing I want to do. Well, you want to try and it's a balance between saving your points and spending your points. Saving your points in terms of taking away points from other people so that you can actually try and get in recruits for visits. You know, visits do wonders, and especially for the 3 stars, you want to try and book them for visits. But one thing I'm looking at right now is no other schools have scheduled visits for anybody, so we're still fine for this week. But just keep that in mind going forward. We got 10 coaching points. We're going to go over here to the recruiter, and we are going to do that. And yeah, why not? We'll increase the weekly hours for the D-line. I should have did that first. But yeah, so let's see real quick if there's... We'll take away the 5 points for this dude. He's still low stages, so we'll take away 5 from him. Keep that. We're doing fine for him as far as the stage he's concerned. We'll take a little 5 away from him. Still no one's competing for that tight end. We'll take a little 5 away from him. And with these points, we're going to throw towards the people who absolutely need it. Because we have an extra 15 now since we spent those points to throw towards these guys. So we'll throw 10 towards him. And then we need to make sure we're selling out on this guy. So let's take away the 5 from him too. How's this guy looking? Yeah, no one's going after him either, so we'll take away 5 from him. Put it up here towards this guy. And put it towards this guy. We should really throw him some points too, because he's in a top 5 stage. So let's look and see where else we can pull 5 points from. We're killing it with this Colombo dude, so we'll give him like a 25 and a 10. And then we'll come down here and give those extra 15 towards this guy. So that should really push with changing it to a hard sell and sending the friends and family one. That should really put us in first place with him. So there you go. That's how the coaching skill points can really affect your recruiting. So next week, I'm trying to go fast here. You know, I don't like posting these hour-long videos, but I think it's important for me to talk through my thought process when doing all this. So hold on, before we get into the recruiting, we have 10 more points for coach skill. So let's get into the first. So the next one for the D-line would just be increased starting interest. Now we're already past that stage, so that's not necessary right now. That's something you would want to look at towards the end of the season. Instead, I think we should we're gonna go back and see who we're really competing with some of these recruits. Hey, we're first with the big man now. So like outside linebacker right now, we're struggling to get him still. I mean, we're climbing the ranks, that's good, but he's someone we're still keeping an eye on. And then offensive line too. So overall offensive line is honestly not looking bad. I mean, we're winning every battle. And then with linebackers, we're finally locked out from this dude, so we'll take him off. But we're competing for him, and then we're kind of close over here with Michigan. So linebacker something we should look at. Corners are looking fine. Hey, we're on the map with this dude now, so that's good. How close is he to being cut off though? Ooh, they're really close. They're about to cut him off probably next round. So we'll come back to it, but we need to give him some points so that we can jump up there and actually compete with those Florida teams. But yeah, I think the linebacker spot should be a priority. Dang, Oregon's running away with these guys. Oregon's gonna take these DNs from me. And that's not good. That's not good at all. So at least we're still first for this dude, but he's a speed rusher. We want one of the big men. We might have to start selling out on this dude and give up hope for probably like this dude, because we're not gonna get him with that pipeline tier. He's about to recruit to Oregon probably next round. So with that being said, I mean we're already prioritizing D line, so there's no coach skill points that can go towards it that's gonna save us here. But we're gonna have to start looking at the prospect list and get in some more DNs. So we're gonna go to linebacker. We're gonna put some coach skills towards linebacker. So recruiting actions give a bonus to the linebackers. Alright, back to the recruiting. Let's go ahead and look at where we're standing with all these teams. We're losing track a little bit with this quarterback. Running backs are looking good. Wide receiver is looking good for this dude at least. Let's go ahead and make sure that there's no hard sells that we can get in now. So this dude, we're already doing it for him. This dude's ready for a hard sell. Maybe if we can guess it right. That's our linebacker, so he's important. So we're gonna go ahead and go to hard sell. Now I know, as you can see, there's only 2 of the greens unlocked, but sometimes you can look at it and make it make sense for which of the third ones it would be. So like that one's the only possibility I've seen so far, and it looks like the only possibility that's available. So it has to be this one. So we're gonna get this hard sell in early for him. I think we're really gonna have the edge on Michigan now, which is beautiful. Like I said, Michigan's a tier 4 pipeline for him, yet we're still winning right now. That must mean that he's probably third on Michigan's depth chart or something like that, our recruiting board. They're not really giving him any attention, so we're able to come in and steal him. But like this dude, we're giving him a lot of attention. We're starting to scale away from those other schools. But I want to make sure I get one of these wide receivers. He's the only one we're winning right now, so I'm still going to keep it at 50. Tight battle against them, but still plenty of time left, so not worried about it. That's looking good. That's looking good. Still competing for our guard. Iowa's trying to grab him. They have a tier 3 for him. I'm surprised we're not losing by even more, but we'll stay in the fight. That's looking good. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna lose this guy, so we'll go ahead and take him off our recruiting board. We still have this guy. We're gonna make sure that we get this guy. Give him all the points. This guy we're still competing with. As you can see, they set a visit up for him. So that's kind of looking rough. But we'll stay in it. See if we have any points though towards a visit. I doubt it, but we'll see. And then we're still in the fight with this dude. We're going to give him more points so that South Carolina doesn't run too far away with it. D tackle's looking beautiful. I'm so happy that we're about to steal this 5-star D tackle from Florida and Bama. It's wonderful. And the other ones are still looking good with. So, worst case scenario, if we end up getting this Waiters dude, this 5-star, and he has a solid speed to him, I mean, we could throw him out at the DN spot. He could fill in, and we could have a situation where it's him and maybe this Duarte dude who are the incoming DNs that'll be savages. Linebacker still not looking too bad. We're in the hunt still for this guy. And then middle linebacker's looking beautiful. We still haven't cut people off for this dude. I'm getting nervous. We need to make sure we're getting there with him. He's in his top 5 right now, so let's throw him at least a little bit more points. Throw him another 10er. That's looking good. And then corner, like I said, we need to give points to King. We'll do this. Since we're ahead by so much with this guy, only giving him 10, we'll take that down and give him a 5, and then we'll put this dude from a 10 to a 25. That way we can quickly climb the ranks, get in before that top 8 closes down. Because he's about to be into the top 5 range very soon, so we need to make sure to get that jump this round. And then all the rest is still looking good. So I think that we'll go into the prospect list just to look at the DNs and see if there's anybody else that stands out, maybe with no offers, like this guy. Perfect. He has no college offers. He's a tier 2. He's a 4-star. We'll add him to the map. And then there's some 3-stars down the line. This is the only 4-star with no offers right here. That's the main thing. If they have no offers, you know, very quickly you can jump in and steal that dude. He probably sucks. That's probably why he has no offers, but you know, at least you're filling in the depth position. So we're gonna go ahead and take 10 away from him, give him a 5, and then we'll give this dude a scholarship and at least get on the map for him. And I think every other spot so far is looking good. Linebacker, we're still doing alright, so if we end up losing any of these dudes, we'll have to throw in another linebacker on our recruiting board. So that's it for this week. Let's move on. Typically, you'll have all your recruits and scholarships given out and stuff by like week 6, week 7. There we go. Some more coach points. So let's go to the coaching skills, and I think we should throw it towards offensive line now since we are going after that 5-star guard. That'll help out a lot with that. Okay, so we're still top 5 with him. We're losing ground a lot to the top 3 teams, but we're not going to prioritize quarterback because, like I said, we have a young freshman quarterback, and he's going to be there for the next 4 years. So that dude that we're recruiting right here may never even see the field. Who knows? So we'll just keep it at 10, stay in the fight. Maybe later on in the season we'll throw him some points because we'll have extra. Our wide receivers are in their top 5s now. We're going to have to give Massey more points if we're going to want to compete for that number 1 spot. So we'll keep that in mind. Tight ends are looking good. We finally got first place with this Ellington dude. So we'll keep that. Tackle's looking good. Hey, first place with the guard. Beautiful. So that's a 5-star right guard that wasn't interested in us at all. That since we've been committed so much towards getting him, we now have first place on him. That's why you never assume that you're not going to get somebody. If you really want them, go out and try to compete for them. Let's make sure that we don't have any hard sells that we can do. So we can for this dude, but he only has 1 green unlocked. So let's at least see if there's any that make sense. So it could be that one, and it could be that one. That's already enough to where you wouldn't know for sure, so we'll just keep them at 50. So this guy's ready for a hard sell. We only have 35 points towards him. We have 40 available though, so where are we at? Yeah, that's fine. We'll throw him a hard sell, and we'll at least see if we can figure out which one it is. Boom. It has to be that one. So got that one. And you can also use these hard sells as opportunity to try and save points. So like this guy, he's our left in. We're already in first place with him. So we're just going to take away the send the house, and we'll do a hard sell. And just always keep in mind that if you're hard sell, if you're doing something that's like an F rating, like it's not even worth it at that point. Just keep sending the house. But that's a good opportunity for us to save 10 points worth. We are for sure getting this dude right now, so 25 points is a little much for how much we're winning by. We'll go ahead and change him to 10 and a 5. This dude is still not on the map for, and we want him, so I'm going to throw him a 10. Try and get on the map, start cutting off other schools a little bit. We're barely winning with this dude. See if we can guess which of these hard sells it is. Could be that one, and that looks like the only possibility, so it has to be that one. Beautiful. And we'll throw the 10 on top for him. So that should help us with him trying to close out against Ohio State, man. That's looking good. Excited about that. This is the wide receiver we really need to start throwing some points towards. We'll give him a let's try and scramble together. We're doing good with this dude. So we're going to take away his 5, and we're going to come back up here to Massey, take away his points, and try to hard sell him. So it could be that one, and it can't be that one, so it has to be the other one. It has to be that one. So we'll give him a hard sell and see if that can shoot us up above those other two schools. Who else we got here? We're already hard selling to him. This guy, yep. So let's see. A hard sell. Ooh, could be that one, and if it is that one, the coach stability is not gonna help us at all. And it could be that one too. So we still really don't know. I'm just gonna stick to send the house. Okay, what about this guy? We for sure should be able to find it for him. We're in second place right now. Damn, Oregon's running away with him. Yeah, I don't think we're getting him in the first place with that lead, and they also have visits scheduled for him, so we might as well just take him off the list. Still can't hard sell on him, so the rest we haven't even unlocked enough to figure out what their hard sell is and stuff. Surprising I still can't hard sell to this dude or schedule a visit, quite frankly. It's kind of strange. Let's look at DN. We already jumped in for that dude with this Cummings dude, so we're gonna throw Cummings everything to try and snag him. I know I haven't scouted him. We really don't know if he's good or not, but well, this dude's already in the top 5, and we're competing for first place with him. So let's actually prioritize him first, and then we'll give the remaining 30 points towards this guy. So yeah, that's all looking good. It's crazy. We're gonna get a guard and a D tackle that are 5 stars that were not interested in us at all. early on, so that's great. And then we're still competing with this dude. We're up there with the top 2 teams. So that's looking good. Everything else is looking beautiful. Already took away a little from him. We worked up on him. Alright, we're set for this week. Let's see how next week pans out. Nebraska's not doing too hot. We're 1-2. Beautiful. We're ranked number 1 with both of them now. Got some more coach points to spend. Let's see who we're really competing for first before we go and spend them. Quarterback's looking the same. Running back's looking good. We jumped up a little bit with our wide receiver, so that's good. I say we go ahead and just throw him. Oh, we don't have any points yet. But we're going to end up throwing him another 10 to max him out. Might be able to just do a little switch right here. We'll give him... Oh, we can sell out. We can hard sell against this guy now. Ah, it is the coach stability. I mean, you could, with the athletic facilities being an A- and proximity to home being a B+, that should get you a good amount of points to make up for the coach stability being so low, but honestly, I think I'm just going to do this, give him the 40 points, or I guess 30, 35, or yeah, no, it's 40 points. Give him 40 points in that manner, and then give him a 10. This guy is still... We gave him a scholarship. I don't know why we wouldn't be growing at least into the top 10 with him yet. But whatever. No one else is going after him, so we'll leave it for now. Everything else is looking pretty solid. We're winning all of our offensive line stuff. D-line. I mean, we're still not doing as good as I want to do with the D-line. But that's fine. As long as we get this 5-star, to be honest, it'll be a win in the off-season. And then this dude will be just icing on the cake. That's a great unexpected one, too. Getting Millie. I mean, he'll be the best linebacker coming in. We're selling out against this Ajala dude, and we're blowing everyone out of the water a little bit. But we're so close to the finish line with him, I'm just going to go ahead and keep him maxed out. This dude does not need 15 points worth right now, so we'll take 10 away from him. And this dude as well. I mean, we're still competing with someone though, so I'll just take away the 5 points for him. Here at corner, we're looking good, looking beautiful. We might be able to steal this dude from Florida. Okay. So we'll go to the top 5, and we have 15 points to dish out, so we'll give it to whoever needs it. We're looking good there, so he doesn't necessarily need it. This dude, we need to make sure we get a solid D lineman, so I'm going to go ahead and max him out. And that'll leave 5 points remaining. It looks like Wicks should probably be the guy to get it. Yeah. We'll make sure that we get at least one of these wide receivers. I don't know how we would get him it. So if we get another 5 points from somewhere else, then we'll steal it from this dude. And we'll just give Wicks another sellout, or send the house, I mean. Instead of doing all this backward stuff. So we're really selling out max on both our wide receivers now, even though that's not a priority we had this offseason, but it's always good to have good wide receivers. And we're still kind of neglecting this quarterback, but we don't need him, so that'll be fine. Alright, on to the next week. Oh, I didn't even do the skill points. Let's, who are we competing with? The D-line still, but there's nothing you can do with the D-line. Let's, let's do this. And that way we for sure get those wide receivers and tight ends that we want. That's a huge part of the offense, so. On to the next week. We should be getting close to the end here. We should start getting some commits here soon. Let's look at where we're standing. We got 10 more skill points to spend. That's looking the same. That's looking the same. Everything's looking the same. Wide receiver is looking good. We're actually losing points with Massey now. Well, if we lose Massey, we lose him. Ultimately, though, we should start giving some points towards Greg if Massey's someone that's not gonna be a person we recruit. So, yeah, we'll leave it for now. That's all looking good. That's still looking good. D-line's looking way better. Beautiful, beautiful. And then we're up there competing with South Carolina now, so that's looking good. Still first with him, and he's in his top 5 stage now, so that's looking good. That's looking good. Everything's looking beautiful. See, I took away points, and we're close to closing them out, but Michigan's starting to creep back up again. They don't have their visits till week 13, so I'm not really concerned. He's going to commit before they even have their visit. So we'll just leave it for now. Keep an eye on it, though. We're creeping up with this dude, so that's looking good, too. I mean, really, there's not much we need to change. There's just more and more people creeping into their top 5s. If we really want to cement getting this linebacker, then we're going to spend our skill tree on getting more recruiting hours. So let's go to linebacker, get some more hours for him in, and then we'll probably do it for the line too, so we can get that 5-star guard. And let's see where we can give and take some points. So first, we'll prioritize who has the highest interest in us. This dude we have in the bag pretty much already, so we'll take some points away from him. And we'll just go ahead and take all the points away from him for now, because he's not closing out anytime soon. We need to keep his points. This dude too, we'll take away his 5 just for now. We'll give him back points later. Him too. That gives us 20 points. Go ahead and throw those 20 points towards this outside linebacker. I wonder if we can get the hard sell now. It has to be that one, right? Yep, I think it has to be that one. Which is beautiful, because that's a strong suit of ours. We got 65 going towards him. And then we need to get this guard too. Let's see if we can hard sell him. So that could be a possibility. But that also could be a possibility, so we're not certain yet. We'll just leave it. And we're doing great with this dude, so let's go ahead and... I don't want to be too risky, though. Who's someone we can take away points from? Probably this dude. We're the only one going after him. Yeah. We'll take away his 10 points just for now. We'll get back to him in a bit, but we're going to throw 15 towards this dude. Alright. Another week really in the books. Nebraska's 3-2 right now. Week 6 coming up. Hey, first commit. Beautiful. So it's going to free up some points to throw towards other people. Okay. We're still fine there. Doing fine there. Just wide receiver spots. Ooh, we're real close with Massey. We'll just leave it for now. Doing good there. Doing good there. Ohio State's trying to creep up on this dude. I say we go ahead and max him out. Guard's looking great. It's looking great. Everything else, ooh, we're kind of losing there, but we'll see. Okay. Ooh, we got him. That's right. We're looking good there. Let's give some more points towards him. So, I mean, this is the general idea week to week. As you go along and you start losing recruits, you'll want to start filling in, exactly what you need. So, for example, you're going to have a lot more people getting, you're not going to be able to get in to recruit for, but there's still going to be open people. I always suggest going after the people that no one else is giving scholarships towards. That'll make it easier for you. But that's how you just fill in the depth chart. I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. We're reaching up to almost an hour again. But that's 6 weeks of trying to get the most important recruits towards your team. And then, like I said, as the season goes later and if you start getting people who are dropping out and you're not able to recruit them, then you just want to get bodies on the depth chart. And that's when you go after the people who have no scholarships. But the main priorities that you want to have, if you have the extra points, you want to be able to get people in on visits. If you have top tier schools, you should have more recruiting hours that you're able to do that. But if you're really needing high numbers in your recruiting and you don't have the points to throw towards visiting, then you want to make sure you're prioritizing the hard sell, and you want to make sure that you're paying attention to the recruiting stage that they're in. If they're only in their top 10 by week 6 and you're only competing against 2 other schools, there's no need to throw them all 50 points or all 65 points. Especially if there's a player that's reaching their top 3 and you don't have them fully capped out with the recruiting hours. So if you watched all this video, all 58 minutes of it, thank you very much. I really appreciate your viewership. Please like and subscribe if you don't already, and go ahead and throw what you thought in the comments section. Maybe you used a different strategy. Maybe there's something that I'm not paying attention to or I don't see. I'd really appreciate getting other people's insight as well. So thank you all and have a blessed day.